McCormick 6'5", and Ness 6'3", and then of course Grant 6'2" makes up their starting front line. So the Crimson Tide are going to be enjoying a considerable height advantage during tonight's game.
Nick Robertson, assisted by Ed Ramsdale.
The coaches for each team, coach for the Beaverton Beavers, Nick Robertson. Of course, Nick has been at a number of teams and done well in state tournament games. And of course, the coach for the Glencoe Crimson Tide, head coach Bill Stevens. As we said, both teams come in here 2-4. We're just about ready for the playing of our national anthem. All right, we're just about ready for the tip-off in tonight's game. Our referees tonight, Jack Foyard and Nate Jones. Nate Jones, an NFL referee, and of course, Jack Foyard is an old friend of mine. Jack and I went to law school together. I went down and asked him if he wanted to come up here and talk about the game, and he said no, he didn't think he could call the game and talk about it at the same time. The Beavers tonight will be in their orange and black uniforms. Glencoe Crimson Tide in their home white and crimson uniforms. We're just about ready to tip this game off. Denny, any thoughts about what you're looking for tonight as far as matchups are concerned?
Well, David, Beaverton obviously is going to have to depend on their speed. They're going to have to move the ball. They're going to have to keep a lot of motion on offense, push the ball up court to overcome that height advantage that Glencoe has.
All right, both teams headed out to the center of the court for the tip. For the Crimson Tide, Dale French, number 42, 6'6" senior, will be jumping. For the Beaverton Beavers, number 32, Pete Ness. Ness, a 6'3" senior post player. Referee Foyard to toss the ball up. We're ready to start tonight's game. There's the tip, controlled by the Beavers in backcourt. Ball on a wing to number 4, Springer. Springer, the point guard, out front. Sends the ball inside. Ness with the ball over to Springer. Springer looks inside, kicks it back out on the top. Jump shot from the top of the key by Kevin Grant.
Good open shot, good quality shot. Kind you want to work for.
All right, 7:37 left to go, 2-0 Beavers. Crimson Tide with the ball. Gets the ball underneath. Jump shot from the side.
2 points, Darren Olmstead.
Darren Olmstead from the side. Beavers quickly bring the ball back down court, get it out to Springer. Springer, the point guard, sets everything up. Off on a wing to number 5, Gilbert. Gilbert with the shot. Rebound Tide. Tide heading down court. Oh, great jump shot from the top of the key. Dale French comes down, top of the key, pulls up, and hits that open jump shot. French showing he can shoot from the outside for the big man.
Well, and on the first play, Glencoe went right inside for their first basket.
4-2 Tide. Beavers with the ball. Springer brings it out on the top and sets up the offense. Looks inside. Glencoe with a height advantage.
Well, Glencoe's also switching their defenses each time down court so far. Bad pass on Beaverton.
Turnover. Ball on the outside portion. Corey Bell to bring the ball in. Bell with the ball. Beavers set up in a man-to-man defense. Bell out on the top. Looks inside. Bell with a jump shot from top of the key. 6-2 Beaver. 6-2 Crimson Tide, I'm sorry. Early on in the game. Springer controls the ball, off on a wing. Ball tipped away by Collins. Collins with the ball on the break, brings the ball down, lays it off the back. 2 points on the breakaway. 8-2 Crimson Tide.
Well, Collins' speed on that one shows why he made Offensive Player of the Year in football.
Beavers with the ball, send the ball out on the wing, get the ball underneath to Ness. Ness trapped, send it out to Gilbert. Gilbert inside, puts the ball up and down.
Nice move. They faked to the right, went right to the basket.
Nate Jones with the call.
Basket is good by Jerry Gilbert. Foul is on number 44, Mark Salisbury, his first personal.
Both teams getting really good offensive movement so far, Dave. They're really moving the ball well.
Personal foul on Salisbury, his first. Gilbert puts the ball up for a three-point play. 8-5, Crimson Tide. Bell brings the ball down court, tipped away by Springer. Back to French at the top of the key with that jump shot again. Salisbury with the rebound, puts it up. Salisbury battled for the ball inside that time. Ball tipped away, and it was tipped out of bounds by Pete Ness.
Well, Kevin Grant got a piece of the ball. He had a good sound check, actually, and then it went out of bounds. Beaverton tried to save it, but the ball's over to Glencoe.
Corey Bell to inbound the ball, gets the ball inside to Salisbury. Salisbury tries to force it inside.
Traveling, yes, definitely.
Salisbury wanted to get the play inside that time, and he was pushing with his body, trying to get the steps, and traveled. Turnover, Crimson Tide, Beavers ball, 8-5, 5:38 left to go here in the first quarter.
That traveling was caused by Corey McCormick. He got a piece of the ball as Salisbury went inside.
Springer with the ball, out to Gilbert, sends it over on a wing to Ness, back to Springer. Force the ball inside again, French over the back. That'll be a foul on Dale French. I believe that'll be his first personal foul.
Foul is on number 42, Dale French, his first personal foul.
That is only the second team foul. Beavers to inbound the ball, Gilbert to inbound. Gilbert to Springer. Springer looks inside, brings it back out on top. Beavers forced to the outside by a tough man-to-man defense by the Crimson Tide. Get the ball to Ness. Ness looks inside, nothing there. Sends it back out to Springer. Springer going to set the offense up again. Tough, aggressive man-to-man defense. Off on a wing to Grant. Grant with the shot, rebound French. French brings down court for the Tide over on a wing. Sends it to Olmsted. Olmsted with the shot. Rebound Beavers, back up court. Beavers force the ball down to... French down court, stepping to the key that time. Foul on number 31, Corey McCormick.
Fouls on Beaverton's number 31, Corey McCormick, his first personal foul, first team foul. Into the game for Glencoe, number 40, Chris Calarco, replacing Mark Salisbury.
For the Beavers, number 22, Mark Fennell, a 6'4" senior post player.
Oh, good strong move, Dave. Good strong move.
Took the ball off the back door, banked it down.
Gives you a lot of confidence coming in to get the pass right into the basket like that.
Clarko with the basket, 10-5, Crimson Tide, 4:35 left to go. Clarko a chance to make it a three-point play. Clarko misses the basket, 10-5. Beavers bring the ball down court. Get the ball inside the Ness. Ness traps, send it on the wing to Grant. Grant with the jump shot inside. Good rebound, Crimson Tide. Brings the ball down court. French with a jump shot from the top of the key. Inside rebound, Ness. Going to be a foul over the back.
Hey, the foul is on number 10, Kevin Grant.
Fouls on number 10 for Beaverton, Kevin Grant, his first personal foul, third team foul.
First personal foul on Grant, third team foul on the Beavers. Tide to inbound the ball. 10-5, Crimson Tide, 4:15 left to go here in the first quarter. Send the ball out to Collins at the top of the key. Collins sends the ball off on a wing to Bell. Bell looks inside, gets the ball back to Calarco. Calarco with the jump shot. Rebound by French off the backboard. Great individual effort by French. 12-5, Crimson Tide. Beavers with the ball, still trying to look at something inside in a tough man-to-man defense. Springer sets it out. Force the ball inside to Neff. Denny, you can see the tough man-to-man defense for the Crimson Tide is keeping the Beavers from anything inside. They're trying to force the ball inside, both to Ness and McCormick, and no success at all. That time, Ness a little frustrated, put the ball down, bounced off his foot, touched by a Crimson Tide. Beavers to inbound the ball. Gilbert to Springer. Springer at the top, trying to force it inside.
Glencoe switching back to his zone defense now, Dave. Kind of a matchup zone.
Shot from the outside. Gilbert with the shot from the top of the key, 12-7. 3:20 left to go here in the first quarter. Crimson Tide with the ball. Collins drives inside, puts up a left-handed jump shot. Great follow-up rebound by Calarco. Calarco's done a good job since he came into the game here.
Yeah.
Beavers with the ball, 14-7, Crimson Tide lead. Springer sets up out high. Gets the ball to Ness. Ness over on a wing. Kicks the ball back out to Gilbert. Gilbert turned the ball over, traveled. Wanted to make a move to the left, cut back to the right.
Well, the Crimson Tide are playing such tight defense, Dave.
We have a timeout here, and we'll be back after this timeout. 14, Beaverton Beavers 7. Denny, your analysis of the game so far?
Well, so far the difference has been the really tight belly-up defense that Glencoe is playing. They're moving their feet very well. They're staying in position. They're giving the Beavers the 15-foot shot. So far, Beaverton has tried to penetrate. They've not done so successfully. It's caused many traveling violations and turnovers. What Beaverton needs to do is hit a few of those 15-footers and open up the defense. Force Glencoe to come out and get them.
Calarco has given Crimson Tide a big lift. He's came in here and hit 2 buckets since the short period of time he's been in, one a tip-in bucket.
Both times he's not used his strength to get in, but he's gone right around people and hit the open space, got the ball.
All right. Crimson Tide bring the ball down court. Corey Bell with the ball. Beavers come out to pick him up. Send the ball inside. French at the top of the key. French with a pass down the center of the key. Looking underneath for Calarco. Throws the ball out of bounds. Turnover, Crimson Tide. Beavers offense comes down. Springer's in control of the offense out there at the point. He's trying to figure out a way to get the ball inside, but they've got the offense all strung out. Gilbert with a shot from the outside. Air ball. Loose ball. Gilbert picks the ball up at half court. Sends the ball back inside. Beavers just cannot get anything inside. Shot by Grant from the corner. Another air ball. Ball tipped out of bounds that time by number 22 for the Beaverton Beavers, Mark Fresnel. Crimson Tide to bring the ball up court. Collins with the ball, drives inside, left-handed shot off the back. Collins fights for the rebound. Beavers come up with the ball. Gilbert to Grant. Grant brings the ball down court. Over to Fresnel. Gilbert in the corner. Ball back out on top. Springer sets it up again, trying to look inside. Nothing. 1:57 left to go here in the first quarter. 14-7, Crimson Tide. Fresnel with the ball over to Grant. Grant at the top of the key, gets off a shot. Off the back. French up for the rebound that time, and Fresnel over the back. Going to be a foul on number 22.
Trey Wilson coming in for Glencoe.
Foul is going to be called on McCormick.
31 for Beaverton, Corey McCormick.
Over the back of French.
Well, McCormick was getting a little frustrated. He couldn't get the ball down low, and when that rebound opportunity came by, he went for it. Unfortunately, there was a Glencoe player in the way.
Crimson Tide with the ball. Corey Bell brings the ball down court over the timeline. Over to Calarco. Tide sets up. They look inside for French. Off on a wing. Get the ball inside to French. French with the turnaround. Dishes the ball to Calarco. Great move by Calarco that time. French with fake the turnaround jump shot. Calarco cut underneath. French passed the ball to him. Beavers got their hand on to get out of bounds, but great execution.
Ness stepped right in front of him, knocked the ball out.
Crimson Tide get the ball to French. French inside to Calarco. Grant stepped inside that time and got his hands up and deflected the ball. Turnover, Crimson Tide. Beavers with the ball finally get a shot down inside. Gilbert puts the ball up and misses. Rebound, Calarco. Bell down court for the Crimson Tide. Out on the top, get the shot to Olmstead. Great shot on the top of the key.
Right on there.
16-7, Crimson Tide. Ness with a shot from just below the top. Great shot. Pete Ness stepped inside that time. That's probably the best shot they've had inside so far. 16-9, Crimson Tide. 45 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. That was an over and back that time.
Yeah, the refs caught that one, and they made up for it on the traveling call, I think.
All right, everybody over here was yelling over and back.
Yeah. He came across and then stepped back again, and the referee was looking down court at the fray under the basket. A lot of action under the basket tonight. They're really vying for position.
Is that what you call your makeup call?
Well, I'd be suspicious it probably was.
Beaver set up, Springer out on top, looking around the key. 29 seconds left to go. Ness with the shot. Ness hits another one from the same place he hit the last one. 16-11. Two good shots by Pete Ness. Beavers need to hit some of those long shots to open up the inside.
Wide open underneath.
Chris Polanco.
Polanco with 6 points since coming off the bench. 18-11. 6 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Beavers playing for the last shot. Grant with a head fake, and doing that head fake, travel.
Put a nice shot through afterwards.
2 seconds left to go. Tied to inbound the ball with the side.
Beaverton's pressing a little bit.
Long pass down court. Intercepted by the Beavers. And that's the end of the first quarter. Our score here at Glencoe High School. Glencoe Crimson Tide 18. The Beaverton Beavers 11. We'll be tied with the ball. Get the ball inside to Collins. Collins over on a wing. Beavers with the ball, bring the ball down court, set up. Ness inside with a turnaround jump shot. Ness hit those last 2 shots, missed that shot though. Rebound, Crimson Tide. Tide brings the ball down court. Collins with a shot from the top of the key, short air ball, rebound Beavers. Springer with the ball. Springer up court quick for the Beavers. Here are the fans shouting, air ball, air ball. Beavers with the ball out top. Looking to get the ball to Springer to set up the offense. Send it to Ness again. Ness with inside with another jump shot. Rebound, Crimson Tide, Calarco. Calarco playing a great game. Number 10 in the game for the Glencoe Crimson Tide, Scott Ruck, a 5'4" senior guard. Ruck at the point. Sends the ball inside. Turnaround jump shot by Salisbury. Off the back, rebound Grant. Grant with the ball down court, off on the side to Gilbert. Gilbert with a jump shot from the side, in and out.
Tipped out of bounds, David.
All right, tipped out of bounds. Crimson Tide with the ball. Calarco to inbound the ball.
Okay.
18-11, 6:41 left to go here in the second quarter. Tide to inbound the ball underneath their own basket. Beavers go to a full court press. Grant pressing the ball. The ball to Ruck. Ruck with a behind the back dribble pass. Springer brings the ball, tipped away. Lead pass to Springer. Springer on the inside with a jump.
Well, the home crowd didn't like that, David.
18-13, great tip shot that time.
Well, there was a trip, and Beaverton came up with the ball, and they thought there should be a foul.
Beavers in a full court press. Looks like the press is disturbing the Tide a little bit too. Calarco with a shot from the top of the key. Short off the rim. Rebound Beavers. Rebound Grant. Grant sends the ball over on the side to Springer. Springer looks to Ness. Ness gets inside. Gonna be a charging foul on Ness. Ness just put his arm down that time. Cleared out the lane. Charging foul Pete Ness. That's gonna be the second personal foul on Ness.
David, Glencoe is getting back on defense pretty quickly, taking away the fast break that Beaverton wants to use.
Beaverton continues full court pressure. Tide gets the ball inside. French going to come back in the game, sitting down at the scorer's table, ready to check in. Tide brings the ball over the timeline. Off on the side. Pass intended for Brett Collins, thrown out of bounds. Another turnover, Crimson Tide. 18-13 with 5:49 left to go here in the second quarter. Beavers to inbound the ball to Springer. Springer looks over to Nick Robertson looking for instructions. Robertson shouts back at him, move the ball down court. Gilbert on one side, sends the ball back out on the top to Fresnel. Fresnel over onto Springer. Springer tries to move inside, gets the ball inside to Grant. Grant puts up the layup and misses it. Rebound Dale French. French with a great job rebounding inside. Tide bring the ball back down court. Look inside, get the ball to French. French inside with the turnaround jump shot off the backboard. No good. Tipped by Calarco.
Calarco came over 3 Beavers there for the rebound for that tip-in, David.
Calarco, great finesse shot. Over the back of 3 players, got his hand up, tipped the ball in. 8 points Calarco, 20-13 Crimson Tide. Clock ticks down under 5 minutes here in the second quarter. Crimson Tide with a steal. Olmsted brings the ball, sends it inside, intended for French. Gilbert tried to save the ball, tipped the ball, and it went off Grinnell. Crimson Tide ball.
Well, David, you can't fault Beaverton for effort. They're running. They're trying to run anyhow, but Glencoe shutting it off.
Last time down court, Springer looked over at Nick Robertson, and Robertson said, move the ball. Crimson Tide go to throw the ball in. Ruck was looking for Collins to cut to the right. Collins cut to the left. Ball out of bounds. Turnover, Crimson Tide. Beavers ball. Springer brings the ball up court. Springer sends the ball to Ness. Ness looking for that inside shot. Gets it to Gilbert on the side. Gilbert with the jump shot. Off to the side. Rebound, Calarco. Great game for Calarco. Chris Calarco. Calarco didn't start. He's a 6'5" junior playing great. Jump shot from Ruck from the side. No good. Rebound.
You notice, though, David, since he came in, he's stayed in.
That's right. Calarco has played an excellent game. 2013, Crimson Tide. 4:27 left to go here in the second quarter. Send the ball inside to Collins. Collins kicks it off on the wing to Olmsted. Olmsted with the 18-footer knocks it down. 22-13 Tide. Springer brought the ball down court that time. Lobbed the inbound, or an inside pass for McCormick. McCormick with the ball on the turnaround jump shot. Foul is going to be on number 12, Darren Olmsted, his first personal foul. Fourth team foul on the Crimson Tide.
Back into the game for Glencoe, Corey Bell replacing Brett Collins.
Corey Bell in the game replacing Brett Collins. Beavers to inbound the ball. Gilbert inbounds the ball. Ball tipped away out of bounds. Last touch ruled last touch by the Beavers. Turnover. Crimson Tide ball. Calarco to inbound the ball. Full court pressure again by the Beavers. Calarco sends the ball to French. French dribbling the ball up court. Sends it inside to Calarco. Calarco with a shot off the back. Hurried that shot. Rebound Beavers.
They get it down to Ness for a fast break, and there are 4 Glencoe players down there already.
Beavers turn the ball over. Crimson Tide bring the ball down court. Set the ball out on top to French. French with the jump shot. Great shot. 2 players hanging in his face. French got the shot, squared up at the basket, knocked it down. 24-13. 3:30 left to go here in the second quarter. Tied on top, 24-13. Each team with a 2-4 record, tied 1-1 in the conference. Beaverton Beavers 2-0. Springer driving inside. Going to be a blocking foul on number 10.
Into the game for Beaverton, Kevin Grant replacing Fred Wilson. For Glencoe, Sean Brizendine replacing Darren Olmsted.
Springer to go to the line.
Fouls on Glencoe's number 10, Scott Ruick, his first personal foul.
That's the first personal foul on Ruick. Going to send Springer to the line. 2 shots. 24-13 Crimson Tide. First shot on the way for Springer. Good. Springer to the line for the second shot. 24-14, 3:21 left to go. Springer with the second shot on the way. Springer knocks down both shots. 24-15, 3:20 left to go here in the second quarter. Crimson Tide on top. French with the ball, brings the ball down court. Full court pressure, throws the ball inside. Great full court pressure by the Beavers. Beavers putting pressure on in the backcourt.
Foul is on number 4, Henry Springer, his first personal foul.
Foul is on Henry Springer. That will be his first personal foul. Going to send to the line. Number 20 for the Glencoe Crimson Tide, Sean Brizendine. 6'1" junior forward. Brizendine with the first shot off the back of the rim. Rebound Beavers. Get the ball to Springer. Springer's played the whole game at post guard. Point guard for Springer. Nick Robertson said he has a lot of faith in Springer. Springer brings the ball down, sets up the plays. It's trying to get the ball inside, but the Crimson Tide are tight defense inside. 2:54 left to go here in the second quarter. 24-15 Crimson Tide. Tide to inbound the ball. Full court pressure again by the Beavers. Rook with the ball. Out on the top to Brissenden. Send the ball off to French. French off to the side. Jump shot off the back of the rim. Rebound inside. Rebound to Calarco. Calarco puts the ball off the back. Fouled. Fouled in the act of shooting. Going to send Calarco to the line. Calarco already with 8 points here. Foul is going to be on number 31, Corey McCormick. That's McCormick's third personal foul.
Chris Calarco at the free throw line.
Calarco. All right, Calarco at the free throw line. First shot on the way. Off the back of the rim, no good. 21-14, Crimson Tide. Calarco anxious to get the ball, anxious to put it up there. Shoots up another, off the back of the rim. Both of those shots long. Rebound Beavers. Ness with the rebound. Ness to Springer, and Springer's going to set up the offense. Sends it out on top to Grant. Springer looks inside again, nothing going. Sends it to Ness. Ness with a jump shot from the side. Great shot from Ness, 24-17. Beavers have cut the lead to 7. Beavers again applying full court pressure. French comes out to help, sets up a pick play there. Brissenden with the ball, tries to move inside, fouled. Blocking foul, reaching in foul, referee Jack Foyard calls. Foul is going to be on number 4, Henry Springer. Second personal foul on Springer. Going to send Sean Brissenden to the line, 6'1" junior. Left to go here in the first quarter, 24-17 Tide. First shot, rolls around, rolls off the front of the rim, rebound, Ness. Ness is playing a good, strong physical game now. They send it out to Springer to set up the offense. Springer looks around, sends it to Gilbert on a wing. Gilbert back on top. Trying to get the ball inside, gets it down low. And Sean Brissenden, who was just at the line for the Crimson Tide, reaches in and fouls.
And for Beaverton, Michael Wagner.
Going to send number 10 for the Beaverton Beavers, Kevin Grant. Is that Kevin Grant? Yes, Kevin Grant, number 10. Grant will go to the free throw line. Springer has played the entire first half except for the 1:35 left to go here. Grant, first free throw on the way, off the back of the rim. Rebound, get it to Ness. Ness tries to look inside. Double teamed by French and Collins. Sends the ball back out on top. Beavers with the ball. Glencoe's got the entire middle packed in again. Ness looks inside. Nothing there. Brings the ball back out on top. Sends the ball to Gilbert. Gilbert off on a wing to number 21, Mike Wagner, 6'1" senior. Wagner with the jump shot from the top of the key. 24-19, Beavers have cut the lead to 5. Clock ticks down, under a minute, 58 seconds left to go. French inside, turnaround jump shot from 5 feet. 2 for Dale French. 26-19. Beavers with the ball at the top of the key. Get the ball to Gilbert. Gilbert out at the point now. Over to Grant. Beavers may be looking for the last shot. 32 seconds left to go. Down by 7. Off to Ness on a wing. Beavers kick out players out at the top. Looks like they're looking for the last shot. Ticks down, 19 seconds left to go. Glencoe stays in the tight zone on the inside. Nick Robertson saying, hold on. Good drive. Number 15 on the drive, Brian Creason. Misses the shot. French with the shot from the top of the key. 1 second off to the side. And that's the buzzer for halftime. At halftime, our score is Glencoe Crimson Tide 26, Beaverton Beavers 19. We'll be back after this timeout. Beaverton Beavers 19. The score at the end of the first quarter, Glencoe 18, Beaverton 11. In the second quarter, each team held the 4 buckets, 8 points. 26-19 our score here at the start of the second half. Beavers in the first half got off to a slow start. In the second half, in the second quarter, they went into that tough full court man-to-man pressure defense, which limited Glencoe to 8 points. That's the 26 points that the Crimson Tide got on the board there in the first half. On the other hand, the Crimson Tide got off to a great first quarter, 18 points on the board. A lot of that due to the spark they got from Chris Calarco. Calarco came in the game, hit 8 points there at the end of the first quarter and all through the second quarter. 26-19 our score. We're getting ready here to start the second half. Each team coming into this game 2-4. The Beavers, of course, 2-0 in the conference. The Crimson Tide 1-1. Denny, you back with us?
Am I ever?
We had some technical problems here in the first half, and we lost the microphone for a little while, but Denny's here to give us his expert analysis. Denny, first half, what did you think?
Well, Glencoe really, in the first quarter, shut down what Beaverton wanted to do on offense. They took away the fast break. They took away the penetration. In the last 2 minutes, though, of that second quarter, Beaverton settled down. They were rattled throughout most of the second quarter. The last 2 minutes, they settled down, and they showed if they take a little patience, they're going to get the good shots.
As I said, each team with only 8 points in the second quarter, 26-19.
And Pete Nash showed some real leadership in helping his team settle down. Good penetration there right off the bat.
Brian Creason with the basket for the Beavers, 26-21, cuts the lead to 5. Crimson Tide bring the ball up court. Get the ball to Bell. Bell drives inside. Corey Bell with the ball. Inside, fouled in the act of shooting. Going to be a 2-shot foul. Sends Corey Bell to the free throw line. Foul is going to be on number 15. Number 15, Brian Creason, his first personal foul. Corey Bell at the line. We're sitting here in the Beaverton section, and a lot of vocal Beaverton fans, maybe you can hear them in the background. Bell with the first shot, 27-21, 7:28 left to go here, third quarter. Second shot by Bell, bounces around, rolls off the front of the rim, rebound, Pete Ness, and Ness has played a great game. Great anticipation that time.
Tried to walk the line and just fell out of bounds. Good effort.
Number 12, Darren Olmstead, anticipated where that pass was going, stepped into the passing lane, tipped it out, had the fast break, but couldn't toe the line.
I'm surprised at Olmstead's poise. He's only a sophomore, David.
Great play. Beavers with the ball, inbound to Springer. Springer played all but a minute 35 there in the first half. Ness with the ball. Ness to Grant. Same starting lineup to start of the game for the Beavers. Same starting lineup to start of the game for the Crimson Tide, with the exception of Calarco.
And would you believe that? I mean, Calarco, he only came in the game and took it over there in the second quarter, David.
Great shot that time by Ness. Ness inside, cuts the lead to 4. Great defensive play. Ness stepped into the passing lane, intercepted the pass. No sooner did that happen, Olmstead stepped in and picked off another. Laid the ball in this time, 2 points, Olmstead 29-23. Heads up defense by Darren Olmstead.
We've got a real game of pinball going here. That ball's bouncing around a lot.
Air hockey. All right, Ness with the ball. Ness has been a real leader for the Beavers. Looks inside. Sends the ball out on the top. Collins with the steal, can't control it, turns it back over. Grant with the ball. Grant sends it inside. Beavers send the ball back out on top. Springer going to set the offense up. Slow things down. Off to Grant on the wing. Grant looks inside, gets it to Ness. Beavers being patient. Shots aren't there inside, so they're moving the ball back out. They get the ball inside. Inside turnaround jump shot. Rebound by Calarco. Calarco sends it to Bell. Tide bring the ball down court. Send the ball inside to French. French with the turnaround layup.
2 points, Dale
2 points, Dale French, 31-23. When they can work the ball inside down low to French, French is unstoppable. Beavers with the ball. Nothing inside. Take the long outside jump shot. Olmstead steals.
Oh, he traveled.
Olmsted that time intercepted the ball. Olmsted tried to dribble. A couple of Beavers stepped between him. Call went. Foul on the Beavers.
Well, Olmsted did dribble, but it was an air dribble. It never reached the floor. He took 2 or 3 steps and then was fouled, and the referee was out of position. He didn't see the steps.
All right. Turnover Beavers, tied to inbound the ball. Corey Bell.
On the arm.
Bell tries to inbound the ball to French. Ball tipped away by Ness.
No, Pete Ness got him on the arm. It's called a foul, David.
Third personal foul on Pete Ness.
Fouls on number 32, Pete Ness, his third personal foul, 13.
Can't afford to get that 4th foul on Ness. The Beavers need him desperately. 31-23, 5:20 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Corey Bell with the ball, brings the ball over the timeline, pressured by Henry Springer. Send the ball off in a wing. Collins force it inside underneath to Olmsted. Great move. Great pass by Brett Collins. Give Collins the assist. Olmsted the basket.
Olmsted put on the invisible paint, snuck in the back door.
6 straight points here for the Crimson Tide. Got the lead back up to 10. Great shot blocked that time by Salisbury. Salisbury to Bell. Off to Collins. 10-point Crimson Tide lead. French inside with a turnaround jump shot. Shooter's bounce.
Dale French.
Tide increases the lead to 12. 35-23. 4:41 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Beavers take a timeout. We'll be back after this
Wisely takes a
timeout.
timeout, David. Wisely.
Timeout.
Robertson wisely took that timeout. The Beavers were right back in the same position they started the game. Glencoe is playing defense with their belly buttons pasted right to their man. Beavers are playing a step off their man, and that's the difference.
Well, the Beavers had cut the lead to 4. It was 27-23, and then the Crimson Tide reeled off 8 straight points. 35-23, the biggest lead here of the game, 12 points.
They cranked on that aggressive defense again.
Beavers to inbound the ball, get the ball to Springer. Beavers are going to have to do something to figure out how to get the ball inside and get some good shots. As you can see, the Crimson Tide set up in a 3-2 defense. Get the ball to Ness. Ness to Grant on the wing. Grant with a jump shot.
There you go. Good pass, 12-foot shot. That's what the Beavers need to do.
Great shot by Kevin Grant. 35-25. Tied with the ball. Collins. Collins to Salisbury. Salisbury over the top of Creason. 37-25. Corey McCormick sits down at the scorer's bench, ready to check back in. Tide in a zone defense. Beavers try to whip the ball around the outside of the zone, force the ball inside, tipped away by the Crimson Tide. Beavers to inbound the ball.
Salisbury dove for that one. He tipped it out of bounds. He sacrificed his body for the team.
Ronnie Lee, Oregon. Beavers with the ball out on top. Springer with the ball, sends the ball off on the side to Gilbert. Gilbert back to Springer. Looking around the outside of the zone. A tough 3-2 zone. Grant inside. Grant sends the ball out. 3rd turnover here in the 2nd half. 3rd interception for Darren Olmsted. 3 steals for him. He's playing great, alert, aggressive defense.
And back on defense, Pete Ness.
For Glencoe, number 24, Mark Fox.
Checking into the game for Glencoe, number 24, Mark Fox. Tide to inbound the ball, get the ball inside. Jump shot by Olmsted, off to the back. Rebound by Salisbury. Salisbury sends it back out to Bell. Tide looking inside, find Collins at the top of the key. Nate Jones calls a foul inside. Going to be an offensive foul on the Tide.
Fouls on Glencoe's number 44.
Mark Salisbury draws the foul, his 2nd personal foul. Offensive foul. Beavers with the ball, 3:19 left to go here. 3rd quarter, 37-25. Beavers send the ball cross court to Grant. Grant with a jump shot. Grant hit the shot from the other side, comes down and hits it from the right side. 2 straight buckets for Kevin Grant, 37-27. Clock ticks down under 3 minutes.
Kevin Grant, the rest of the boys in orange are going to have to find those spots and take those 12-footers.
Olmsted gets the ball underneath, reverse layup off the back, rebound Salisbury. Salisbury puts it up and in. Great alert play by Mark Salisbury. 39-27, Crimson Tide. Ness with the ball at the top of the key, tipped away by Collins. Springer with the rebound. Springer puts the ball up. Ball out of bounds, going to be off the Beavers, Crimson Tide.
Number 10, Scott Roy.
Now Robertson, the Beaverton coach, is visibly upset. He thinks the Crimson Tide's getting away with a little too much physical defense down there. He thinks there ought to be more fouls called.
Aggressive play inside by the Crimson Tide by Collins, Salisbury, French, Clarko. They're just dominating the inside, especially on defense. They've got the middle packed up so well. Beavers just cannot get inside for anything. French to inbound the ball. Rook hits it over to Olmstead. Olmstead turns, and Olmstead was undercut that time by number 15, Brian Creason. Foul going to be on Creason.
Diving tackle.
Blocking foul. Second personal foul on Brian Creason. Fourth team foul on the Beavers. French to inbound the ball. French inbounds the ball to Scott Ruick. 5'4" senior guard. Sends the ball to French. French dribbles the inside, stops, top of the key, turnaround jump. Great shot by Neil French, shows that he can hit outside as well as inside.
Good control, but right there is that height advantage for Glencoe. He just went right over the guys that were guarding him.
Biggest lead of the game at 14, 41-27. Gilbert with a jump shot off to the right. 41-29. Beavers starting to hit that shot, but they're down by 12. French brings the ball over the timeline, passes off to Rook. Looking inside, tied with the ball, sends it back out on top. Salisbury on a wing to Olmstead. Olmstead from the wing, great shot. That's the kind of shot that UCLA used to make famous. Side corner shot, no rim, nothing but net.
And also nobody guarding him.
Beavers with the ball out on top. Gilbert with the jump shot. Rebound by the smallest guy on their team. Springer inside. Got underneath all those big guys. Put it up. 43-31. 1:20 left to go here in the third quarter. Tied with a 12-point lead and the ball. Send it inside to Salisbury. Salisbury turnaround jump shot. Air ball. Rebound by Grant. Grant brings the ball down court for the Beavers. Takes a shot from the top of the key. Off to the side. Rebound to Olmstead.
Beaverton can't afford too many plays like that, David. They've got to move the ball. They've got to hit a good open shot. A running jump like that into the key is not a good shot.
Dale French. French that time made a move, a turnaround move, drug his feet that time, got called for the traveling violation. Turnover, Crimson Tide. Beaverton, I don't think, can afford to get caught up in a running game with Crimson Tide. I don't think they can do that.
I think they're just going to have to show some patience and good offensive movement at this point. They can get back in the ball game now.
They're only down by 12. 55 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Springer brings the ball up court. Sends the ball off on the wing. Into the game for Beaverton, number 22, Mark Fresnel. Turnover Beavers, get the ball to Corey Bell. Bell to French, French to Rook. Behind the back dribble. Two smallest guys on the team now, a point guard for each team. Salisbury sends the ball over in the corner. Beavers bring the ball, or Tide brings the ball back out. 19 seconds left to go. Salisbury turns around. Salisbury that time tries to put the ball up. Brian Creason got his hands on the ball. The referee's going to call a jump ball. The arrow, possession arrow this time was pointing at Glencoe, so the ball will go to the Crimson Tide. Alternating possessions in this game. There's an arrow on the time clock that points to which team gets possession on a jump ball, and of course on that case it was a Crimson Tide. Next possession call will go to the Beavers.
We just had a battle with the two little guys on the court. Springer got the ball. Springer took the ball away from Rook. Rook was frustrated, reached, and grabbed as Springer headed down the court on the fast break.
Second personal foul on Scott Rook. Beavers to inbound the ball, 7 seconds. Send the ball inside. Up on a wing, 2 seconds. Springer with the ball. Springer with a shot from the top of the key, goes in. Our score here at the end of the third quarter. Glencoe Crimson Tide 43, Beaverton Beavers 33. We'll be back for the start of the fourth quarter right after this.
Beaverton 33, Glencoe 40.
Well, David, Glencoe has a good ball control team, but not a great ball control team. I think if the Beaverton Beavers pick them up higher in the court and try and force a few fast breaks for themselves, they might get right back in this game. Also on offense, they have to keep that ball moving and take the open shot, not force it inside. When they do that, they lose it.
The Beavers seemed to play the best when they were using that full court pressing defense. In that quarter, 17 points for the Crimson Tide, 14 points for the Beavers. 43-33, 7:48 left to go here, fourth quarter. Aggressive defense by Brett Collins. Foul going to be on Collins reaching in. Reaching in on number 25, Steve Davidson. Ness checks back in the game. Grant checks back in the game, replacing Davison and Furnell. Beavers to inbound the ball. Jerry Gilbert. Gilbert underneath the basket, sends the ball inside to Springer. Springer just moves inside around all the big guys, puts it up, but off the back, rebound Dale French. French to Bell, up court to Collins. Tide push the ball up court. Bell with the ball, sends the ball inside to Dale French. French tries to foul. French put his head down and tried to do the turnaround move and get inside, and the referees caught him.
Well, he was surrounded. He was worried about getting tied up. They were trying to get a jump ball, and in doing it, he pushed one of the Beavers right out of position. Offensive foul.
Second personal foul on Dale French. Beavers with the ball. Nick Robertson stands up and says, let's get some action. Push the ball inside. And right away, they send the ball inside to Ness.
Alley-oop to Ness. He comes down on the back of one of the Glencoe players, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Calarco with the ball, over to Bell. Across the timeline, send it inside to Collins. Collins cuts inside, lays.
Good check from behind.
Collins that time had his eyes as big as silver dollars. He wanted that
layup.
layup.
Thought he had a wide open shot, and Springer came from nowhere and checked him from behind. Springer only 5'8".
Oh, great inbounds pass. Lifted the ball up there high. Dale French came in, got the ball in the air, shot it up for the basket. Great move by French.
French is a player.
45-33, 6:54 left to go. Grant with the shot from the top of the key. Grant's got a great touch, squared up in the basket. 45-35. Collins brings the ball up court, sends the ball off on the side to Olmsted. Tipped by the Beavers. Tipped by number 15, Brian Creason, out of bounds. Inbound the ball, Corey Bell. Referee Jack Foyard points over and says, where's the arrow? The arrow light wasn't on. They eliminated that jump ball to speed up the game, and of course they looked at that arrow light, and this time it wasn't even on.
Well, not only that, David, it really cuts.
Calarco with the turnaround jump shot. 10 points in the game for Chris Calarco. 47-35, 6:32 left to go. Calarco has just been outstanding. That was French, too, that he put it over, the tallest guy in the court. Third personal foul. Third personal foul on French. A chance to get the lead back down into the single digits. 47-37. One thing you can say, Denny, nobody in this game is dogging it. These two teams are hustling. Free throw was good by Springer, 47-38. Free throw goes down, and immediately the Beavers go into that full court pressure. Calarco to inbound the ball. Grant got his foot on the ball and knocked it out of bounds. Full court pressure by the Beavers. Olmsted comes down court. Olmsted the open man. Zone trap. Tied with the ball. Calarco wide open underneath, gets the ball. French takes it right down the middle. They had Calarco open on a wing. French faked to him, went down the middle, laid it up and in. 49-38. French did just that. Came down the lane, looked over at Calarco. Defender sagged off, and French put it right down. Springer out on top, gets inside to their big man, Ness. Ness banks it off the back. Ness says, your big guy knocks it down, I knock it down. Crimson Tide with the ball. Send it across to Ness, or to French. French in trouble. Passes the ball off. Coach Bill Stevens is signaling for a timeout. Wants the Crimson Tide to call timeout, and there it is. 5:31 left to go here in the fourth quarter. The score, Crimson Tide 49, Beavers 42. We'll be back after this timeout.
Beaverton still stuck with the press and made it pay off. That's what they have to do to come from behind. With only a little over 5 minutes left, they've got to press. They've got to make their defense pick up the pace.
Denny, they've cut the lead in half. They had a 14-point lead just a little while ago, if you'll remember, at 41-27, and the score now 49-42. So the Beavers have cut 7 points off the 14-point lead.
7 points are well within striking distance. Crimson Tide, on the other hand, needs to make sure that the passes are good and spread out their offense. They've got the lead, and if they take the time to be patient with their offense, they can come out winning as well.
Tide to inbound the ball. Corey Bell sends it to Olmsted, trapped on the side. Olmsted with the ball. Over to Collins. Collins back to Olmsted. Beavers press. French brings the ball inside, takes a step, lays it off the back. Rebound, Grant. Lots of steps for Dale French that time.
Yeah, one too many, actually.
Little traveling music. Springer with the ball, cuts inside, sends the ball off for Grant, intercepted by Brett Collins. Tide with the ball, Corey Bell brings it over the timeline.
Beaverton can't afford bad passes like that. They have to be right on the money.
Call inside. Referee Nate Jones comes over to make the call. Call foul on the Beavers. Number 15, Brian Creason. Third personal foul, going to send Dale French to the line.
Well, I don't blame Brian Creason a bit. He's got to keep French out of it. If French gets inside and gets the ball, Beaverton can't stop him. They have to keep him from getting position.
First shot for French. Dale French goes down. 50-42, 4:56 left to go. French and Calarco have been quite a combination inside. Second shot by French bounces off. Turnaround rebound by Salisbury. Back up. Rebound comes down to Springer. Springer off on the side. Sends it off on the wing to Creason. Creason inside on the layup. 50-44. Crimson Tide to inbound the ball. Inbound the ball to French. Kevin Grant that time reached inside on French. Fouled him. Aggressive defense by the Beavers. They've cut the lead to 6 now.
Number 10, Kevin Grant, his third personal.
And Glencoe is starting to look a little rattled. Beaverton's been successful a few times, and Glencoe is looking hesitant now.
Coach Bill Stevens just stood up and said, settle down.
They're taking 2 looks for their passes instead of hitting the open man on the first look.
Right, Dale French at the free throw line. First shot of a 1-and-1. 51-44, 4:42 left to go. French, second shot on the way. 52-44. Beavers bring the ball down court, trailing by 8. 4:35 left to go. Springer to Creason. Springer on the side, sends the ball back out to Kevin Grant. Looking inside, Gilbert on a wing, wide open, sends the ball up. Rebound, Dale French. French got great position that time inside. All right, the Beavers are playing aggressive zone trapping defense, but they're getting their hands in there. That time they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Kevin Grant.
Foul's on Beaverton's number 32.
Foul going to be on Ness, and that's going to be Ness's 4th personal foul.
The secret to a really successful press is body position. It's moving the feet, not moving the hands. As soon as you start grabbing, when that ball's waving around, you're going to get the fouls and you're going to get your team in trouble.
Well, that's what's happened on the last 2 possessions. The Beavers have gotten their hands up and got the personal foul. Corey Bell at the line. First free throw, good. 53-44. Tide increases the lead back to 9. Second shot by Bell, also good. 54-44, a 10-point Crimson Tide lead. Beavers with the ball. Kevin Grant sends it off on the side to Gilbert. Gilbert cross court to Springer. Springer cuts inside over the big guys, lays it up, rolls over the front and down and through. Great move that time by Henry Springer. 54-46. Full court pressure again. Olmsted trapped on the side.
Okay, that basket by Springer, that's only the second time that Glencoe has left the middle open like that. Both times Springer's hit it.
Well, I don't think they think the little guy's going to challenge him inside there.
Well, I think they will take a second look at him now.
Springer forced the turnover. Collins with the ball, dribbled it off his foot. Turnover, Crimson Tide. Mark Fresnel checks in for the Beavers. 54-46, 3:48 left to go. Beavers need to be patient here. Work for the good shot. Springer with the ball. Sends it inside. Salisbury tips it away. Off of Salisbury, going to be Beavers ball. Each team in the penalty. Any foul will send the free throw shooter to the line.
Back into the game for Beaverton.
Pete Ness checks back in. Ness with 4 personal fouls.
Replacing Fennell.
Jerry Gilbert to inbound the ball. Inbounds the ball. Brian Creason. Back to Springer. Springer looks to set up the offense. Ness sets a pick.
Is that play almost went?
Is that the classic pick and roll play?
And these guys have practiced that a lot. They couldn't even see each other. They just knew where they were going.
Springer cut off of the pick. As he did it, Ness rolled to the basket. Springer got the ball right back to him. Ness put it up and drew the foul. Pete Ness at the free throw line. 6'3" senior. 54-46. First shot by Ness on the way. Cuts the lead to 7, 54-47. 3:30 left. Calarco checks back into the game for the Crimson Tide, replacing Salisbury.
Go, Brian.
Ness with a shot. Second shot on the way. Second shot good. Cuts the lead to 6. Tide to inbound the ball. Full court pressure. Sends the ball off on the side to Collins. Tipped away by Ness. Glencoe having a little trouble getting the ball inbounds. What you need to do when they've got this full court zone trap like that is you got to pass the ball quick, move it around quick, and they're standing around.
Well, they're standing. The men without the ball have to move to the open areas. If they don't do that, you're not going to get a clear pass on.
Interception, Kevin Grant. Grant brings the ball down court. Off on a wing to Gilbert. Gilbert back out to Springer. Springer going to set up the offense. Wants to get everybody in position. Ness moves down low. Gilbert at the top of the key. Grant off to the side. Grant goes down the lane, shoots the ball up. Off the back, rebound, Dale French. French just went up and took that ball. Tide bring the ball down court. Clock ticks down. 2:42 left in the fourth quarter. 6-point Crimson Tide lead. French double teamed. They're going to foul on the Beavers, reaching in. Foul going to be on, I believe, Henry Springer. Yes, foul is on Springer.
Foul's on number 4, Henry Springer.
That's the third personal foul on Springer. And with the foul at 2:34 left to go here in the fourth quarter, 54-48 Crimson Tide, we have a timeout, and we'll be back after this timeout.
We're down to 2.5 minutes left in this ball game. A 6-point lead in the pros is not very good.
Well, it's
At this level, it's a lot bigger. 6 points. Beaverton is really going to have to belly up on defense. They're going to have to hustle. They're really going to have to rattle Glencoe. Glencoe, on the other hand, if they settle down, make a few good passes, slow the ball down and hold it a bit, they've got the victory in the back.
the key, I think, right now is ball control. The Crimson Tide must control the ball. They have to watch what they're doing. They're when on that zone trap press. The men without the ball have to get to the open position.
Beaverton must stay in position on defense. Their team is successful.
All right, a battle of the coaches. 2:34 left to go. 54-48 Crimson Tide. Dale French at the free throw line. French eyes the basket. First shot on the way. French tonight perfect from the free throw line. Clutch pressure shooting. No, they're with the game. We're sitting here in the
We're having trouble hearing each other.
We're sitting here in the Beaverton section, and they're fired up. 55-48, second shot by French. 8-point Crimson Tide lead. Beavers with the ball, bring the ball up court. Springer sets up the offense. Gets the ball inside to Ness. Ness looks inside, lays it off the back. Great move by Pete Ness. Ness with 4 personal fouls challenged Dale French and knocked the ball down 56-50. Inside to Collins. Collins slows it up. Brings it back, sets it out on top to French. Over to Corey Bell. Tide get the ball to Calarco. Calarco inside, sends it back out. Tide going to run some time off the clock. 6-point lead. Clock 2 minutes left to go here, fourth quarter. Homestead sends it back out to French. Beavers come out. Beavers are going to have to come out and pick up the players outside. Springer with a great steal inside that time. Tipped the ball away to Ness.
And then he lost it. Luckily, they got it back again.
Ness moves inside, and that's going to be it for Pete Ness. He challenged Dale French again, and this time the referees called him for the charging violation. Offensive foul, Pete Ness, number 5.
His 7th personal foul.
There they flashed it up on the scoreboard. 5 personal fouls, Pete Ness. That's all for him. The Beavers were looking for their big play man. Got it inside to Ness, forced it inside, and Ness drew the foul. All right. Into the game, number 22, Mark Furnell, 6'4" senior, replacing Ness. Ness played an inspired game. 56-50, 1:39 left to go. Tied to inbound the ball. French with the ball, brings the ball up court. Tide on the move this time. Everybody looking for the open man. Coach Nick Robertson screaming for over and back that time. Dale French caught the ball with one of his feet over the center court line.
Yeah, he did. However, Springer had him by the arm at the same time.
Fouls on Beaverton's number 10, Kevin Grant, his 4th personal foul.
Foul is called on Springer. Springer's 4th personal foul. Going to send French to the free throw line. What they caught that time was Springer holding on to French. French at the free throw line. Perfect so far tonight. First shot on the way. Rolls around. Shooter's bounce. Drops through. 57-50. Second shot by French. Off the back of the rim. Rebound Grant for the Beavers. 57-50. 7-point Crimson Tide lead. Springer sends the ball out on top to Grant. Springer have to set up the offense now. Cannot look to Ness inside because he's out of the game. 5 personal fouls. Springer drives inside. Sends it back out to Gilbert. Gilbert to Springer. Beavers working the ball. 1:04 left on the clock. Down by 7. Beavers need to work it inside and get a shot off. Springer. Grant with the shot. Grant over the top of Brett Collins. 57-52. 51 seconds left to go. Calarco that time, inbounded the ball to Calarco. Gilbert got his hands on him.
I was just about to say, David, Glencoe hadn't relaxed the defense at all.
Foul is on number 10, Kevin Grant, his 5th personal foul.
This man caught the ball right there.
Well, they were double teamed that time. The foul is going to be called on number 10, Kevin Grant. That is going to be Grant's 5th personal foul. Grant comes and sits down on the boards. Great outside shot that time by Grant down court. 57-52. Going to send Calarco to the free throw line.
I think they're a lot better off sending Clark to the free throw line than French. He did this last free throw. He's been shooting nice out the basket.
All right, Coach Nick Robertson talking to Henry Springer, making a decision who he's going to replace Kevin Grant with. He's got number 14, Brian Morrow, up. Morrow, a 6-foot senior. Morrow into the game. Grant sits down with 5 personal fouls. Ness already fouled out of the game with 5. Henry Springer with 4. Calarco to the free throw line. Calarco with 10 points in the game. Gave the Crimson Tide a big lift there at the end of the first quarter when he came off the bench. Had 8 points by halftime. All right, 49 seconds left to go. Calarco at the free throw line. First shot, 1-1. Shot on the way. Off the back of the board. Rebound by Creason. Creason to Springer. Springer pushes it down. They have to get the ball inside and get a shot up.
Take some quick shots and they throw the ball away.
Morrow just or Gilbert. Ball off of Gilbert's leg.
Springer looked one way past the other and faked his own man.
All right, we got a timeout. Timeout, Glencoe Crimson Tide. 57-52, 42 seconds left to go. We'll be back with the conclusion of this game right after this.
Cut the lead to 5 points with that pressing defense. With 42 seconds left, they're going to have to really crank it up, and they're not going to have the luxury of taking their time. Come on, get them out. One pass and a shot, and they've got to press.
The last 2 times down the court, Springer's come and set the offense up and then move the ball back out, and they need to get those shots off as soon as they can.
Well, Glencoe is smart enough to collapse right into the key. They've got the key sewed up. What they have to do is take those 12 to 15-foot shots that they have been able to get in the second half, and they've got to drop them. That's their only chance.
Calarco to inbound the ball for the Crimson Tide. Gets the ball to French. French dribbles the ball. Trap defense on French. French sends the ball to Bell. Bell across the timeline. And Morrow reaches in. 9 seconds off the clock on that play. Morrow sees that. Reaches in. Fouls Corey Bell. Going to send Bell to the free throw line. 57-52, 33 seconds left to go. Not much chance for the Beavers when the Crimson Tide come down. They're either going to have to foul him or they're not going to be able to get down here and get the shots.
They have to hope that there's some free throws or they're dead meat, David. They're dead meat.
They're down by 3 baskets. Bell with the first shot. 58-52. Bell with a little jump shot from the free throw line.
It worked.
Second shot on the way. Bell hits both of them, increases the lead to 7. Beavers with the ball, going to have to come down and get a shot up right away.
That last free throw really pretty much put it out.
Morrow dribbles the ball off of his leg and out of bounds, turnover Beavers. 59-52. Tied to inbound the ball. Calarco sees the time click off, and he rather wisely calls a timeout rather than have a turnover, and we're going to keep it here during this timeout.
Well, Glencoe had a half second left to inbound that ball. They don't want the turnover now. They want to get the ball in. They want to take another 10 or 15 seconds off the clock if they can, at least. Beaverton, on the other hand, have to steal the ball. They have to put it up. They need 4 baskets. That's pretty difficult at this point.
Well, I think their only alternative is every time that Glencoe inbounds the ball, they're going to have to foul them and hope for some missed foul shots. If they're going to get this, they are down by 7 points, 27 seconds left to go. One of the big factors, too, 2 of the big scorers for the Beavers are sitting on the bench, Ness and Grant. Both of them played good game offensively. Springer with 4 personal fouls, that's kind of hampered him going inside. Beavers.
Not only scorers, Ness and Grant have really played an instrumental part on the defense for Beaverton. They've been right there putting on the defensive pressure. Ness has been the one dropping back. Grant's been roaming the middle, and he's made several interceptions on that zone press.
All right, Crimson Tide to inbound the ball. Inbound the ball to Bell. Soon as the ball is inbounded, foul. Gilbert fouls. Going to send Corey Bell to the free throw line. 1 second off of the clock that time.
Well, I hope Beaverton players in their exuberance at this point don't overdo the fouls. Foul a player without hurting. I hate to see anything deteriorate this late in the game.
All right, the foul is on Gilbert. His first sends Bell to the free throw line, and Bell has hit his last 3. Maybe they better find somebody else to foul other than Bell and French. Of course, that's what Glencoe will be trying to do then, is get the ball in the hands of their best free throw shooter. Bell hits the second shot, increases the lead to 9, 61-52, 24 seconds left to go. Gilbert with the shot, way out. 2 points, Gilbert, 61-54, 15 seconds left to go. Olmsted with the ball. I'm sorry, Corey Bell with the ball. They fouled Bell, and Bell, of course, hit those last 4 free throws, send Bell to the free throw line again. Foul is going to be on, I believe, on Springer, and if it is, that is his 5th. Foul is on number 25, Steve Davidson. That's his first personal foul.
Davidson and Springer called him at the same time, but Davidson knew that Springer would be out. He jumped right in front and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, ref. I didn't mean to foul him," and did get the foul call.
Okay, fourth
It
straight.
could have gone either way.
Bell with the shot off the front of the rim. The strategy works this time. Springer with the ball down court. 10 seconds. Gets the ball to Davidson. Davidson to Springer. Springer with a long shot. Off the front of the rim and back. Calarco with the rebound. Jump ball. Possession this time to the Crimson Tide. 2 seconds left to go. 61-54. We're going to chalk this one up. A W in the column for the Crimson Tide. Calarco to inbound the ball. Sends it into Bell. Bell with the dribble. That's the end of the game. Our final score here at Glencoe High School. The Glencoe Crimson Tide 61. The Beaverton Beavers 54. We'll be back with the Post Tide 61. Beaverton Beavers 54. The Crimson Tide go to 3-4 on the year. Beaverton Beavers 2-5. Crimson Tide now 2-1 in league play. Beaverton Beavers 2-1 in league play. Our score tonight at the end of the first quarter: Crimson Tide 18, Beaverton Beavers 11. Our score at halftime, each team with 8 points in the second quarter. Glencoe Crimson Tide 26, Beaverton Beavers 19. In the third quarter, Glencoe reeled off 17 points. Beaverton 14 made the score 43-33, a 10-point Crimson Tide lead. And in the fourth quarter, 18 points for the Crimson Tide, 21 points for the Beaverton Beavers. Our final score, 61-54. Denny, your comments about the game.
Well, David, the first half really said it all. Glencoe moved out in front to a really good lead at the point that they used that really tight pressing defense. And we're talking about not even a half-court press, but boy, I'll tell you, when Beaverton got down anywhere near the basket, when I say pressing, I'm talking about body pressing. The Glencoe players were right up against them. Beaverton had no place to go inside. They tried to stick with, obviously, what was the game plan and force it in and get some of the bigger Glencoe players in foul trouble. It did not work. You had French and all those other helpers in there that were just forcing the ball back outside or taking it away, one or the other.
Of course, Calarco contributed that too. He gave the team a big lift when he came in there at the end of the first quarter.
That's when they put the big spurt on. Calarco got, what, 3 baskets in a row?
That's right.
Snuck in for some really good offensive rebounds. Put some quality minutes in, played the rest of the second half after he came in.
Denny, one thing
half.
I might point out is at the end of the game when it got down to crunch time and the Beavers purposely put the Tide on the free throw line, you had Bell and French, and they hit those free throws, those clutch pressure free throws.
Between the two of them, they missed 1 free throw.
And that was out of the last 9.
Yeah.